Community Advisory Commission of the City of Milpitas. We are welcoming all of you who have joined us via Zoom, and you may watch the meeting without providing public comment by accessing it via the links below. We're going to call for the Pledge of the Allegiance. Any volunteer who wants to lead us with the pledge? Okay, let me start it. We pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for all of you to being here. We are going to do the roll call, and I'm going to do it. And please, Robert, feel free if I miss somebody. Commissioner Vice Chair Gandhi.
Present.
Commissioner Peralta.
Present.
Commissioner Van Lantrom.
Present.
Commissioner Telma Batillo. Commissioner Rosario. I know he's present, but he cannot listen to us. Commissioner Rosario, please, I don't know if you can take out your headphones, because it seems that you're having difficulties with your audio. I don't know what is your connection, but double check your connection because we cannot hear you.
Chair, if I may just make a quick correction. Commissioner Rosario, you might want to unplug your headphones from your computer and see if that works. Otherwise, if you could just motion a thumbs up that you are present, I think that will suffice for the roll call. Okay. I don't think he can hear us at all, Chair. So we can see him on the screen. I believe he's present.
Yeah. Commissioner Sridhar. Commissioner Rodriguez. And Commissioner Eileen Song.
Present.
Commissioner Batillo, we just finishing the roll call. Can you confirm that you're present? Telma, can you respond if you're present?
Oh, yes. Hello. Yes.
Thank you. At this point, we have six commissioners, 7 with myself. Okay. The commissioners absent are Rodriguez and Commissioner Sridhar. Thank you. We don't need to sit any alternate because I believe all of us are permanent commissioners. We need to, we have with us the agenda for today. We need to see if there is any changes or modifications to the agenda, or if not, I need to hear a motion for approval of the agenda.
This is Commissioner Gandhi. I make a motion to approve the agenda for today, which is February 2nd, 2022.
Thank you. Anyone who wants to second the?
Commissioner Peralta, I second.
Thank you. We are proceed with the vote, knowing that we have two commissioners who have been who have joined us recently, but they were after the roll call. So right now we are asking, well, Commissioner Gandhi, who make the motion, Commissioner Peralta, who seconded, Commissioner Van Laan,
Yes.
Commissioner Batillo, are you moving to approve the agenda?
Commissioner Batillo here. Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Rosario, if you can hear us and you want to approve the agenda, can you state it, or if not, put thumbs up? I know, okay, thank you. And myself, yes. So we all move to approve the agenda. There are two commissioners, Commissioner Rodriguez, and that's having audio issues, as well as Commissioner Kevita Chodar, who also has connection issues. Both are alternates at this point because we already completed the roll call at 7 o'clock. The agenda has been approved unanimously. Now we're going to go to the meeting minutes that you have received. You have the meetings with you. Any comments, corrections to the minutes? If not, we will need to have a commissioner to move to a motion to approve the minutes.
Would like to make a motion to approve the minute.
Thank you, Commissioner Tron. Any commissioner who wants to second that motion?
I second the motion.
Who is this?
This is Monica Rodriguez.
Yeah, Monica, thank you, but you at this point are not a voting member because the seats were completed. So we need another commissioner to second the meeting.
Commissioner Peralta, I'll second.
Thank you. You are more than welcome to be here. You are more than welcome to give inputs, but for the purpose of voting at this moment.
This is Commissioner Batillo has minutes.
Yeah. For the purpose of voting, you both will need to abstain. Okay.
Understood.
We're going to go to the call. Commissioner Vice Chair Gandhi.
Yes.
Commissioner Batillo.
Yes.
Commissioner Leon, yes. Commissioner Eileen Song.
I have to abstain since I wasn't here last time, I believe.
Thank you. Commissioner Rosario, if you can raise your hand, if you approve the minutes. Okay, he's raising his hand. Thank you. So with no opposition and when one commissioner abstaining, we move to approve the minutes. Thank you. We're moving to item number 7, public forum. Zoom attendees are invited to address the commission on any subject not at tonight's agenda. Those interested in speaking may do so by following the instructions on page 1 of the agenda. Comments may be limited to 3 minutes or less at the commission chair's discretion. As an item not listed on the agenda, no response is required from city staff or the CAC commission, and no action can be taken. The Community Advisory Commission may instruct the commission staff liaison to place the item on a future meeting agenda. Do we have any public forum, Robert?
We do have one attendee at the moment with their hand raised. So with your permission, Chair, and direction on the amount of time, I will allow them to talk.
Yeah, let's give the 3 minutes at this point if there's only one public.
Great. IT, thank you very much. And 1 second. Okay, Mr. Mehta, you should be able to unmute and begin once the timer begins.
Thank you very much to the Community Advisory Commission, respective members, commissioners, vice chair, chair. I wanted to, first of all, I'm reaching out to the Community Advisory Commission with regards to, as a part of our outreach, as a development of advanced transportation system within the city of Milpitas. So I'm reaching out to the commission coordinator in order to have the meeting be scheduled with the commission and with the city staff for the presentation with regards to advanced transportation system development. I've already requested Rob Musalam to, with requesting a meeting placeholder to be placed for the meeting agenda item. Also, I'm reaching out to Community Advisory Commission with regards to the nitrogen reduction within the community. As it might be aware that the nitrogen the nitrogen inflated tanks within the city of Milpitas, wherever they are being installed, what they work on most of the air conditioner and as well as the nitrogen tank install, they work on the fundamentals of a nitrogen gas that is being emitted to the environment. It is important that that the community be aware that there has been a measures that has been taken place to reduce the nitrogen effect, and as well as a part of a climate action change plan. However, it is equally important to note that that with the nitrogen's presence within the environment, it is equally important that that excessive nitrogen in the atmosphere can produce a pollutant with the ammonia and ozone, and which can impair the ability to breathe, limit the visibility, and as well as alter the plant growth as well. So it also, wherever the nitrogen utilized tanks are being utilized, they also create an algae within the water environment as well. So I request Community Advisory Commission to take the necessary step in order for the reduction of nitrogen within the community, and as well as taking the right step for the community awareness as how to reduce the harm of health and within the forest, soils, and the waterways with the impact with the nitrogens, by reducing the nitrogen's impact in the environment. Thank you very much for consideration of comments.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Mehta. Commissioners, we are not, the item is not on the agenda, but I would like to check with commissioners if we can ask the city to maybe report to us or give us any information regarding these two items that maybe the city staff might be able to give us either a presentation or any information that we can schedule it for future meetings, knowing that our calendar is very constrained because of CDBG. Robert, any suggestion regarding this possibility?
At this time, Chair, I would say that there's no response needed from staff, based on the agenda. I would encourage the public comment to possibly select a more appropriate forum for public comment. I don't know that the CAC's purview covers, exactly what the public comment was addressing.
Thank you. Yes, that's what I think. Maybe he can try to contact the city or something for guidelines of where to refer this. At this point, we're going to close the public forum item of the agenda, unless there is any comment from commissioners. Then we move to item number 8, announcements. Any announcements that we have from the staff?
No formal announcements, just happy 2222.
Thank you. Yes. Business items, item number 9. We have 2 items on the agenda. The first one is the spring cleaning day. Last year, as we can recall, we didn't have a spring cleaning day because of the pandemic. And we decided to see if what is the possibility or alternative if we would like to continue having a spring cleaning day as the way we had it in the past before. I want to open the table, so I would like to hear from all of you. Commissioner Rosario, if you can make comments via chat, because it seems that you have difficulties responding with audio. Any comments from any commissioners? All of you are welcome, please. What is your suggestion regarding spring cleaning day?
Can you share what spring cleaning was like of previous years, please?
Thank you. I knew when I said that I saw that we have like at least 2 or 3 new commissioners. Okay. In the past, for many years, one of the activities that CAC was in charge or sponsored with the city is to have a spring cleaning day, a day in which we contacted or we worked closely with volunteers, either from the high school or from some churches who, after a process of selecting sites for conducting spring cleaning, we proceed with that activity. In the past, we have done it senior centers or mobile home centers. We have in the city like 3 at least mobile home parks that for many years we were rotating those mobile home places and offering services for helping especially the seniors and low income to help them to clean their property, either yard as well as working with the garbage disposal company, an extra bin for disposing items, and we were helping collecting them from their properties and bringing it to centralized location at the mobile park. We also have done parks. We have chosen at some point a park or so to help do the cleaning of the park. We did it also in one of the neighborhoods in which it was not a mobile home park, but it was a section of the town that they were able to benefit tremendously because of the number of apartments in the area, as well as low socioeconomic, and we helped them doing that. So that's the history behind this activity of a spring cleaning day. Because of pandemic, things changed, and it was mentioned to put into consideration in this agenda, in this meeting, to see how to proceed. We want to go back, or we wait another year and we don't put it in our calendar. So I want to hear from all of you commissioners, what is the, I want to hear the polls to see if we should proceed with this activity or not. If you can raise your hand or just jump into making your comment, will be more than appreciated. Okay, Commissioner Batillo.
Yes, hi. So I'm kind of worried about that. If we need to do something exposed, but even though it's outdoor, I think that we should wait and see and maybe not do it this year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Commissioner Eileen, Commissioner Song. We cannot.
Sorry, I was muted. Complications of Zoom. So I think it would probably be safe to do like maybe park cleanup. So I went to one, I don't remember when, a couple of months ago, maybe sometime later last year. And I think because everyone was socially distanced and in the park, you kind of just do your own thing. I feel like it's maybe safe enough for people who feel comfortable with it because it's not in an enclosed space. So I think maybe like a park cleanup might be easiest to pursue given the options that were on the table. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Song. Another comment, please? Any other opinion, any other suggestion? If how to proceed, if we move forward or not? Council member Evelyn, yes. You raise your hand.
Thank you, Chair Leon. I was there too when Commissioner Song was there. I think over at Starlight Park on Abbott. Thank you for participating. And I also was at the Mobile Lodge. The one day, I think 3 years ago, we cleaned up the surrounding areas, and it was really appreciated by the residents because most of them are seniors. The senior mobile park. So that was very productive, and the residents were very happy to see us there. So that's one thing, and it's a good way to reach out to the community and to get to know them. And it's dependent on we're at the mercy of COVID, so we should plan that in mind. And I think you guys know that. I just wanted to share my experience. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. We just received, before we move, Commissioner Rodriguez, give me a minute. Commissioner Batillo just mentioned it, that something that we should also do is to contact our partners from the past. There's a pastor from one church that usually was helping us. If they are planning or looking forward to do that. And I have some other comments, but I want to give the option to Commissioner Rodriguez to please, if you have any comments regarding this spring cleaning day.
I think, in my opinion, I mean, it would be a good idea to still do the spring cleaning day. I mean, a lot of activities can be done outdoors, like the other commissioners mentioned. So I think it's pretty safe as long as it's outdoors. Definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comment? What I hear is
So,
that yes. Who is this?
This is Commissioner Gandhi. Sorry, I forgot to raise
Yes.
my hand. I thought I was.
No problem.
Yeah, I would just add one point to it is that we have done these events in the past with the help of a lot of other organizations, like the Commissioner Chair Leon, you just mentioned about that church, as well as the Milpitas Care, and also I think the event council member Chua is talking about, we got help from Milpitas high school students also. They were there, participated at that time. to get some credit. So if we want to check with all those partners, those who have helped us in the past, to see if they are open, and if and when they are planning, when they can do it, because these events, especially with the spring cleanup day, it's all relies on our partners, right? We are just there as a organizer from a commission perspective, but we rely on all the organizers to bring the human power to help out. So that would just my thing, that if we can just check with them and probably maybe table it for a later agenda in the either April or something.
Thank you. I think Commissioner Peralta, sorry.
Thank you, Commissioner Leon. Yes, so if you want, we could partner with the Sleeping Bags for the Homeless. It's one of my organization, and we could do this with the spring cleanup along with the other volunteers. It's pretty safe because it's outdoor, and we still need to use, wear our masks and everything and do the social distancing. So I think it's safe to proceed with the spring cleaning.
What is the name of your organization, Commissioner Peralta?
Sleeping Bags for the Homeless.
Okay. Just for your knowledge, usually we were around, please commissioners correct me if I'm wrong, we were around, I don't know, 15 to 20 volunteers. And that was usually a number. We used to have a lot when the high school students were able to join us, but usually with Milpitas Care or the Christian church who was helping us, we were around 20 volunteers. And one of the things that we can consider is, I know that we are talking about the outdoor. We can decide if either is a park or a mobile home, but if it's a mobile home park, we should maybe limit the scope of work, so it is a clear understanding that we might be able to do the outside yard and or the moving some of the garbage or things that need to be recycled or need to be dumped, not to go inside, not to go to the backyard or anything like that. So in that way, we limited the scope of what we can offer. I have Commissioner Batillo and Councilmember Chua who raised their hand. Delma, do you have your hand raised, or you didn't put it down?
Oh, yeah, I think that with all the comments that I've heard, we can do a motion, but it's going to be open-ended in a sense where we don't know when it is, because I, for example, would like to contact Milpitas Cares, and I need to know which date, because if we have to do it, the reason why we partner with other groups is because, for example, if only 6 commissioners will come and, a couple from the city, 8 people will not be able to do much. So we do need at least a couple of partners. For example, the sleeping bags and the Milpitas Cares, if the total will come up to 20, that would be great. So I don't know which date is good.
Okay.
But we can maybe perhaps do a motion to do it and maybe second it, but we don't have a date.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Batillo. Councilmember Chua, I think you have your hand raised. If you are done with your comment, please, can you lower your hand? Thank you,
Thank you, Chair. One suggestion I could give is the council approved six times this year that we will do the dumpster day, and I know there's one in April. So you can tie it as well, spring cleaning with CAC on dumpster day, something like that. And there's another option is if you can have the park or a mobile home park. If you can also clean like the area of the, what do you call that, state is, you know, where the word Caltrans area, and I can contact Assembly Member Lee's office if you want to do that as well. And I would suggest to create a subcommittee of you guys to lead this effort. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Robert, please, I remember in the past, it was a challenge, to say the least, when we wanted to do a cleaning with Caltrain property, you know, around the freeway, that I know that they are messy, but we never were able to actually do it because that doesn't belong to us. And I think it was kind of an issue regarding that. That will be something that will be great, but I don't know if it's something that Councilmember Chua can bypass or work around that, or that's a no because of liability or because it's not our jurisdiction.
And I would say at this time, yeah, we would have to definitely look into that. Before we can commit to any particular site, we would certainly just have to do a little research.
Okay, thank you.
Chair,
Yes, Commissioner. Yes, Council.
It's easier now because we have contact with the Office of Assembly Alex Lee, and they will do all the preparation, all the safety. They even give us all the gears, and all we need is the manpower. They'll do all that. And I can talk to the subcommittee and how is that's done if they make their recommendations, you know, either at the mobile home park, at the park, or Caltrans area. So we can take care of that. We've done it several times last year, several areas in Milpitas that are owned by Caltrans.
Thank you, Council Member. Okay, so seems that we might need to please, and jump if I'm missing something, that we can present a motion to decide if we are going to have a spring cleaning day around April, just to, you know, tentative around April, that hopefully can coincide with a dumpster day, and we will contact some of the agencies that can provide us manpower, and with a suggestion of what it will be the project. I don't know if I'm making it too complicated, or please, any motion regarding within that area. Commissioner Rodriguez, I think you, oh, no. Any, Commissioner Gandhi, Vice Chair.
Yes. So I'll go with the motion of the combining with the dumpster day, just because of in the past we have issues with getting the dumpsters. For any cleanup activity, it took a good amount of time of city people as well as of ours to get those dumpsters at that place and all that. So knowing that all the history, I would make a more like I would go with the motion of combining the spring cleanup day with the dumpster day that you just, Commissioner Chair Leon, you just mentioned.
Okay, any comment to that motion? Do we think that the motion should go the way it is, or we would like to add it either we were trying to get away of subcommissions and we were moving more towards adding in the motion, contacting volunteer agencies that can that we can have a report for the next meeting, that we will make a decision of where to do it.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, this is Commissioner Batillo. Council Member Chua, Evelyn, which was the date on April that we have the dumpster day? Sorry.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Robert should get that from the Parks and Recs, and he'll shoot you an email or something. Or right, Robert?
Okay.
Thanks,
Yes,
Commissioner.
Council Member, I'll make sure that once the data is published, that we will send it out to everybody.
Okay, so at this time, if everybody's okay with that motion that is presented, that we'll vote right now that we'll do a spring cleaning day, wait for the final date with the dumpster day. And that way, if you email us with specifically what date, then I, for example, will contact Milpitas Cares and see if they can help us, and then maybe the other groups we can contact. So the date will just be a day that we need to wait for, but at least for this meeting, we are able to vote already that we are going to pursue it.
Okay. And we're going to pursue it, and then the next meeting will decide if not only the date, but the location of where the activity will take place. And Commissioner Vice Chair Gandhi, make the motion. Anyone?
Chair?
Yes.
If I may, I just want to remind everyone that next month is a pretty packed CDBG meeting.
Yeah.
So if possible, if we are aligning the spring cleaning day with the city dumpster day, then we can kind of combine that and just assume that the day that is published for the city dumpster day will be the day for the spring cleaning. That way we don't have to come back and make it a future agenda item. Is that understood, Commissioner Batillo? Is that how you
Yes, that's exactly, that's
Okay.
exactly what I wanted to do now, is like all those information. We will vote now that we will pursue it, and then we will just have some other items to follow. But we are planning to do it in April, whatever the dumpster day is. But right now, do we have any information of where the location would have been?
No, at
We
this
mentioned
point.
park.
We mentioned park, we mentioned Caltrain, we mentioned mobile park. So 3 possibilities. But I want to ask Councilmember Chua, you mentioned that there are going to be several dumpsters days. Do you know how many?
6. You don't have to do it in April if your schedule is tight. You can either, Robert can get the dates and you guys decide.
Okay, so there are going to be 6, you said?
6 this year.
Okay, so that gives us flexibility to the motion. If we can modify the motion, and I think was mentioned by Vice Chair, to combine the dumpster day with the spring cleaning day, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be necessarily in April. Could be in the following dumpster day that the city can schedule. Commissioner Vice Chair Gandhi?
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. So let me just revise the
Perfect.
motion. So I would like to make a motion to combine the spring cleaning day for 22 year with the dumpster day. Based on the information as of today we will plan it for any day open, like with the open day in month of April. And if for the month of in the next month meeting, the month of March meeting, if we don't have a date for month of April, then we will push it out to the future date whenever the next dumpster day would be happening.
Is that clear, commissioners? So we can have that motion. Any clarification, or we need somebody to second the motion?
This is Commissioner Batillo. I second the motion.
Thank you. Any comments before we proceed? I think at this point we should proceed because it has been already seconded. Let me go back to Commissioner Gandhi, make the motion. Commissioner Peralta, your vote.
Yes.
Commissioner Trump.
It depends on what day. In May and April this year, I'll be extremely busy, so I can't really promise anything. However, I could always donate donuts or something.
Yes, at this point, we're not asking who's going to attend or not, but the vote is about having it or not. So we need to hear your vote if you are okay to have the spring cleaning day aligned with the dumpster day.
The combined event is good.
Okay, so your vote is?
Well, then my vote would be yes, but I do not guarantee that I will be there.
Yeah, at this point, it's not part of what we're asking for vote. Is we're asking only if
combining it's okay.
Okay,
my vote would be yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Rosario, please, if you can raise your hand or mention if you're okay to combine a spring cleaning day with dumpster day. Thank you. Commissioner Song?
Yes.
Thank you. And I also vote yes. We all are then at this point accept the motion. Yes, Commissioner. Yes, Robert.
Forgive me. So with regards to each agenda item, we are required to see if there are any public comments regarding the item. So I just wanted to make sure that we gave, there are two attendees, so we just want to make sure we gave them an opportunity to provide comment.
Thank you.
Okay. There are no raised hands at this moment, so we can proceed to item 10, or excuse me, 9B.
Okay. Once this has been already approved, please, I heard that Commissioner Batillo as well as Commissioner Peralta, they were going to contact their organizations to see if they are able to help us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Item
Chair.
Yes.
And forgive me. So one of the attendees just raised their hand. So I would like to just abide by the rules of public comment. Perhaps we can just limit it to 1 minute.
Yeah,
for this
that's what I was going to suggest at this point. Please,
Thank you, Chair.
give her 1 minute.
Okay, IT, if you can put the 1 minute timer up, please. And then Mr. Mehta, I will unmute you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much to the respective commission members, commissioners, vice chair and chair, and as well as the city staff. I wanted to emphasize on a World Cleanup Day, which is an organization conducting annual global social action program aimed at combating the global solid waste and as well as the marine debris. Typically, the World Cleanup Day is being celebrated on 18th September every year, from 15th September to 18th September, and there are approximately about 2 million US volunteers they participating globally in the World Cleanup Day. So it is equally important in order to get the awareness within the community. Important to collaborate with the World Cleanup Day organization, which is a non-profit organization running based upon the volunteers only. So they also coordinate the efforts for the cleanup as well within the cities. Thank you very much for consideration of comments.
Thank you. Thank you for the comment. At this point, we're going to move to item 9B, CDBG update.
Okay, so I will just note the time, 7:45, so I will make this relatively quick. A lot of this you've already seen before, but because we have such a, hold on a second, sorry. Because we have such a busy CDBG year, just want to make sure that we're all keeping tabs on what we are going to expect for the next few months. Okay, so please let me know that you can see the full presentation.
Yes, I can see it.
All right, so I'm just going to walk you through a quick update on CDBG so we know what's happening in the next couple of months. But we always do start with a little refresher for the group. So community development block grants are administered by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. Every year we receive approximately $600,000 in federal funds to disperse to the selected organizations that the CAC advises on and the City Council approves. As of today, and I just really wanted to write 2222, the final allocation from HUD is yet to be determined. So we will be monitoring that. Typically, there's no set timeline for them. I've seen in the past that they have released the funds in May, which wouldn't be very good for us this year. But we'll be monitoring that weekly to make sure that we know exactly when our allocation is set so we can start preparing for the annual action plan. So all of the funds must be used to benefit one of the following national objectives. The primary one, for the most part, will be benefit in low and moderate income persons. But the other two that are available are slum and blight, to prevent slum and blight, and to address community development needs that are of urgent nature. And typically those are natural disasters. And I always put this in for reference because it's sort of mind-boggling, but it did not, that one urgent need did not apply to COVID-19. So it really just for Milpitas will be number one, benefit low and moderate income persons. With regard to the policies, HUD has very specific funding criteria. So 15% of the total funds must be used for public services. 65% of the total funds will be used for capital projects, and 20% of the total funds will be for planning and administration. And that's typically how the city compensates itself for all of the work that it does over the course of the fiscal year. It's not just myself and my team, but also for finance and anybody else that works on behalf of CDBG throughout the year. A minimum of $5,000 is expected to be funded per applicant. In other words, we typically don't want anybody to apply for less than that. And you know, most importantly, all awarded funds must directly service Milpitas residents, right? That's a high number one priority for all of our funds. Within the program space, we offer a few just very high level guidance on what they could be used, just to kind of give you some ideas. Public services, capital projects like infrastructure, public facility improvements, assistance to small businesses and micro enterprises is a new one that we developed during the pandemic. But again, just for looking at those buckets, you know, just kind of a visual representation. The public services is the smallest one, and the capital projects gets a larger chunk of that. Okay, so for our annual action plan and the consolidated plan, we will need a minimum public hearing requirement. So we will have a public hearing at the city council meetings in April and May. We will provide reasonable notice to the community for both meetings, a 30-day notice. And again, I'd like to emphasize the key deadline. This is why we're doing everything sort of a month ahead of our normal schedule, that we need to submit a new consolidated plan to HUD within 45 days before the start of our program year. So for us, that deadline is May 17th, 2022. So we can expect our second public hearing in May to probably be at the first city council meeting in May to meet this deadline, because it's not just the council's approval, it's the council's feedback, the public's feedback needing to go into all of the documents, and then staff needing to prepare those documents for submission by the 17th. So it's a little bit more of a truncated year for us. And that's okay. This is a really important year with the consolidated plan and the first year action plan of that consolidated plan. But this is the timeline that you saw, I believe, last month or the month prior. We did the consolidated plan survey. We held a community meeting at our CAC meeting in December. We opened the application period in January. this month, highlighted for you. The application period closes on the 18th. And I'll go into more detail on the next 3 months here in the next few slides. So next month, as I mentioned, we have a very packed calendar. Next month, we will facilitate a public meeting at the March 2nd, 2022 CAC meeting. And this is something that you all have experienced before. Once the application period closes, we'll be sending you completed simplified application packages so you can see exactly who has applied for what services and for what amounts. We will present the simplified application submissions. There will not be formal presentations from the prospective applicants, but as in prior years, they'll be allowed to give public comment about their proposed application and why the CAC should recommend their application and their service to the City Council. Any agencies that did apply will be invited to give this public comment, and any other agencies who wish to be a part of the CDBG public process are allowed to attend, and obviously residents as well to give their input will be allowed to attend. So as a quick PSA, if you know of any nonprofits that you feel should apply, please connect them with me as soon as possible so I can forward them the simplified application link. And we also have that link on our website, which when I email you after the meeting as a follow-up with a copy of this presentation, I'll include a link to our website that has that information as well. So April, the first of the 2 public hearings, staff will present the draft consolidated plan and the draft fiscal year 22-23 annual action plan. Both documents will be available for a minimum of 30 days for public comment. Residents and agencies who have applied for funding will be invited to give public comment. And I'll go into more detail on that as that deadline or as that time approaches, where folks can find that information, our social media and City Hall and the library and all the places that we usually put this document. The same goes for the May public hearing. So our intention is to give the public 30 days to look at this document and then come to the City Council meeting, view the presentation from staff, listen to the council and resident feedback. The council will direct staff based off of the resident feedback and obviously their own personal needs. And we will then take that document, update it, and then prepare for the final public hearing in May with what we presume would be the final version of the consolidated plan and annual action plan, barring any last minute changes at that public hearing that we will then submit to HUD. And that will be memorialized for the consolidated plan will be for the subsequent 3 years, and the annual action plan obviously will just be that single year document. As of right now, we are simply waiting for the 18th so that we can get all of the applications together and prepare them for you. But March will be a very busy meeting, and we hope that if you have any questions about this process, or if you know of anybody that is doing good work in our community and could benefit from CDBG funds, that you connect them with me and we can get them applied. So with that, Chair, I will turn it back to you and the Commission for any questions.
Thank you, Robert, for your presentation. I don't know what's happening with my video. Oh gosh. Any comment from the commissioners, please? I'm having difficulty. Okay. Any comments? Finally. Any commissioners, any comment? Yes, Vice Chair Gandhi.
Just a quick question for Robert. So Robert, next month when we meet and when we hear, are you gonna also give us the, like last year, the worksheet already prepared with the proposed allocation, or and then we just vote yes and no on it, or how that will be?
So last year we did something different, and that's a great question, Vice Chair. Last year we did something different. We wanted to sort of group your commentary and present that as part of our staff report to the City Council. ultimately the city council's role is to allocate the funds. I think the CAC's role has always been to provide guidance to the council. It's part of the community voice. And so last year, that's exactly what we did. And I think we all agree it worked out fairly well. Having your own portion of the agenda report, summarizing your voice as a group, and then obviously having that presented to the council during our presentation. So that's what we'd like to continue to do this year.
Okay, so basically the cumulative thing based on those priority, right? Not at an individual organization level.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification, Robert. Any other comment, or if we move forward to the next agenda item? If I don't hear, thank you. So
Chair,
yes,
just
Robert.
let me do a quick public comment check real quick, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
Okay, I don't see any hands raised, so we can proceed.
Thank you. Looking forward to hopefully be all early next meeting, so we can get involved with the CDBG process, what is in the CAC perspective of scope of obligation and support. Next item on the agenda, item number 10, CD liaison report. Council member Evelyn, please.
Thank you, Chair. It's going to be quick. I have 3 items, maybe 4. The homelessness task force met their goal, and they presented to the city council last night their findings and their recommendations. So we will look into that, into the list of recommendations that they gave us last night. And also shout out to Robert and Sharon for being part of it, and they got certificates last night. Yay! Thank you for your hard work. And also Adam, but he's no longer in Milpitas. We also launched yesterday. There's been busy week. The small business grant. You remember we have the $1.5 million grant for small businesses, small and micro enterprises, 1 to 5 employees, and in the small businesses, 1 to 25 employees. So if you know of any businesses in Milpitas that could use the $5,000, please check the website. We have a page where they can apply. Oh, and I also sit on the Santa Clara Library Board as a board member, and one of the supervisors recommended to use the library as a venue to distribute the COVID home kits tests. So hopefully that will happen soon. So that's another way to get the COVID test for home use. And the last one, which I'm really excited about, is the council approved the commissioner's gift. Yay! So soon you will get your sweatshirts with your name and your commission. I can't wait to see you guys all wearing them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councilmember Evelyn. Just a quick question. Those $5,000 grant, are they reimbursable or they don't need to? They're not. Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a grant. No, it's not a loan. It's a grant. Please check your sphere of influence, because we're really trying to help revitalize our small businesses. So please ask them to apply. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your report, Councilmember Chua. City staff, Robert.
Nothing from us tonight, Chair.
Oh, we are like a minute. We are making good timing. You were concerned, and I saw your face of the timing. Thank you again. Within the next 30 seconds, any comment from any commissioner? Anyone who wants to add anything, please? Yes, Commissioner. Oh, okay. Thank you again for your presence. I know that we have so many pending items, and we have hopefully we all wish that we're going to go back to more normal life. So, but yes, we need to be patient and be sure that we're moving forward in the right direction. Any motion to adjourn today's meeting?
This is Commissioner
Chair.
Gandhi. Yes. Yes, I'll make a motion with wishing everybody happy Chinese New Year and adjourn this meeting for the rest of the night and month, and meet next month.
The Lunar New Year, my dear.
Yes.
Korean and Vietnamese
Yes.
also celebrate.
Yeah, the year of the tiger.
Right.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Any motion to second it?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Commissioner Trong.
Thank you.
I think we don't need to take a vote, but if all are in favor, please say yes. If
Yes.
not,
Yes.
let us know.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much
Good night.
for your presence.
night.
Good night, and looking forward to see you next meeting. That is really very important, especially for the new members who would like to know more about CDBG and how the process goes. Thank you again. Good evening.
Great. Thank
Good
you.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good
everyone.
night. Bye-bye.
Great job, Chair.
Thank you, Robert.
All right.
Robert, do you have 1 second?
Yes, sir.
I would. If not, you can give me a call.
You just, let me see. If you want to give me a call, that's fine too.
Okay, I put in chat. I don't have your number in front of me.
Let's see.
Okay. Thank you. I know we have a public forum, trying to see what can I say, what should I say to try to. I know he's trying to run for what, and
Well, actually,
yeah.
Chair, let me give you a call.
Okay.
Okay.